to our mayor, clerk, and treasurer in their absence, to our city attorney. For those in the audience, today is Monday, September 22nd, 2025, and this is the City of Romulus City Council special meeting public hearing. This hearing is to hear comments and/or objections to the vacation of an alley located in the Buckingham Manor subdivision. At this time, we'll have roll call. Councilwoman Abdo.
Here.
Councilman Barden.
Here.
Councilman Kraut.
Here.
Councilman Jones.
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe.
Here.
Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
And Councilman Wadsworth.
Here.
Mr. Chair, there's a quorum for tonight's meeting.
Thank you.
Public hearing agenda is as follows. Number 1, roll call. 2, agenda. 3, public hearing discussion, the request to vacate an alley in the Buckingham Manor subdivision. Number 4 is public comment. And number 5 is adjournment, and a motion would be in order to accept tonight's public hearing agenda as presented.
So moved.
Support.
The motion by Mr. Kraut, supported by Ms. Abdo, to accept the public hearing agenda. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Jones? Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. We are now in discussion. In your public hearing packet, you have been presented with the request as well as signature petition on behalf of the petitioner requesting to vacate a north to south alley in the Buckingham Manor subdivision. I provided also a alley vacation report. All the relevant departments provided their input. No department communicated any objection. There is a request from the Department of Public Works for a 20-foot utility easement in the alley to access a sanitary sewer line, which runs the entire length of the alley, if council agrees to vacate this alley. Action regarding this alley will be on the regular meeting under the clerk's report. So do we have petitioner Thomas Maycock here? Sir, you can step up to the microphone and present your petition to council.
I did a house over there. The guy wanted to put up a fence, and everybody else, like 4 people already have fences up. So we just matched the other fence, and when I went for a inspection, he said that the alley wasn't vacated, so we couldn't put it in there. So I petitioned to get the alley vacated. They told me that I had to get a percentage of signatures, and I went out and did that. So that's how it's before you today.
Any questions from council?
John, just to,
Yes, Mr. Wadsworth.
I should go to the attorney, and I think it's good you're trying to improve your neighborhood, there's not about it. When this happens, then that becomes his property, right, on
No.
record?
Half of the.
Yeah, half of the alley?
It's a subdivision layout, so half of the alley goes to each property owner that butts the alley.
Mr. Hitchcock, your
But
microphone
it's
is
still,
on.
Yeah.
it's
All right,
still
that's-
owned by DPW because they can still get in there
All right,
anytime they want.
I think that's good,
You just,
okay,
they should take responsibility of your fence if they need to come in.
thank you.
To the chair.
Ms. Roscoe?
That's a question I have when we do this, and like you're putting your fence up, and the city does need to get it in there, is the fence line, do they still have room to get in there? And,
It's just like any property that has a fence up, if they need to get in, you have to move it. Only difference is they have to have your permission, but they still get the right to
Okay,
move it.
okay.
That's what they were saying about the
just as long as
DPW.
everyone's aware of that, that's what I.
They're saying that's still the right of way, but you can still use it while they're not
Yeah,
using it.
I pretty well remembered that. I was just kind of
Yeah.
double checking that everyone realizes when they put their property and their
Yeah.
fences up, kind of like DTE, when you put that fence up back there and they need to get them lines, if they need to get through there, they go.
That they still go right through their country trees down because that's still their property.
Yep.
So it's allow you to use it.
You just hope they don't need to go in.
Exactly.
That means you don't have any issues.
Yeah.
So, but no, thank you for coming in.
Oh, no
Just
problem.
like Mr. Wadsworth said, improvements great everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, they charge enough the taxes for it.
I understand.
Any other comments from council? Okay.
All right, if there's no comments from council, number 4 is public comment. This is the portion of the agenda for those in the audience who would like to address the city council regarding tonight's public hearing agenda. If you would like to address the city council, please raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and state your name. You will have 3 minutes to speak. Any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. Do we have anyone that would like to speak?
Mr. Green?
Therese Green, 6065 Essex Street, Romulus. The issue that I had wasn't the fact that people built fences, because my neighbor, my rear neighbor, Bernard, and the person who built the house next door to them, they also put fences up within reason and within the elements of the easement that runs down there, okay? I brought pictures so you guys can see. In the first slide, this is the south to north area. And if you look at the fence line that Mr. Maycock put up without a permit, might I add, if you look at the fence that he put up, it comes off on a 4-foot vertical from everybody else's fence. Therefore, keeping up 4 feet of the easement that runs directly over that pipeline there. There's a sewer drain directly up under it. The other fences are directly on line. Can we go to the next couple of slides, please? And I want you guys to make sure that you look at the pole. Now, this is the south to north direction, and this is Mrs. Price's fence. You see the easement from Mrs. Price's fence to the telephone pole, correct? And you can see the distance, correct? Now, the distance from Mr. Maycock's fence goes 4 feet over that other side to where her property line is. If you shot an azimuth straight down, it would show that his fence goes out to the west. Instead of going straight down the property line, it goes west of the property line, therefore infringing on the easement that's already there. So when I called ordinance and I pointed it out to ordinance officer walked up and he looked at Mrs. Price's line, and he also looked at the other fences that were back in the backyard, including Mr. Warren's property and the other adjacent properties. Each one of those property lines, fences are direct and straight down the line. When I asked his subordinate to ask him to move his fence back so that we could have access, because see, my boat fits right down the property line. It fits right down the property line. There's a drive at the end of Cincinnati that allows for the drainage to come off of Essex to run through the ditch, across Essex, down that drain into Chamberlain's Drain. When he brought his excavator over there, and there's pictures of that too, he ran over that culvert and therefore smashed the drain. Now the drain is plugged up at the bottom. There's a whole bunch of dirt where his excavator did that at. I didn't complain about that. I didn't complain about the mosquitoes harboring in the ditch because the water's settling there. I didn't complain about that either. What I complained about was him building that fence it's directly behind my house. So it infringes on me moving my boat out from the backyard through the alley. And that's what I'm complaining about. And that's why I didn't want him to have this. He went to the neighbors and told them that I called ordinance to have them tear their fences down, which is a complete lie. I never did that, and the witnesses here will attest to that. That was his pitch, to get them to sign, to get the alley vacated, okay? Now, calling a spade and fair. If we did go by the easement, then they would lose, because the easement starts at the pole, if I'm correct, and it runs west of the pole 18 feet. If I'm correct, and you guys did vacate, they would lose their fences because the 9 feet would start at the pole, therefore they would have to bring their stuff back 4.5 feet. I'm not complaining about that. That was not the issue. The issue was him infringing on me moving my boat in and out by taking that 4 extra feet. Thank you.
Any comments from council? Any comments from council? Mr. Jones?
Now, you said.
Hey, you can't come up, you had the chance already. You commented earlier.
Now, you said the issue is those 4 feet. Now, you said, so he exceeded the center of the easement?
That's correct.
Okay.
Come to,
If you have questions, I'll come back.
yeah, you got a question for him?
You got questions?
Right, what I'm asking is, you saying he exceeded the center of the easement?
By 4 feet.
Because, if I'm not mistaken, that when you put your fence up, the easement is split evenly.
Right.
Between both.
Between both properties.
Side.
That's why I never said nothing to Ms. Price, never said nothing to Mr. Bernard, or anyone else about their fences because I knew that if it ever came down to the alley being split, then it would be 9 feet between the two. There's an 18 feet alleyway there that starts at the pole and goes west. So if you do the math correctly, and then there's also ground rods in the ground that you can take a metal detector and show where they laid the properties out. My ground rod sits 4 feet behind, it would be 4 feet behind my neighbor's fence. I'm sorry, 2 feet behind my neighbor's fence. My south neighbor.
So you saying the rest of the people's fence on the street is,
It's point, they on point,
they dead center of the easement?
yes. But if you come down the line and you look, you can see exactly where that fence goes, just like this here. And that's my whole point. I can't put my boat out. That's the whole point to go.
Wait a minute, sir, raise your hand if you want to be recognized. Sir, you can come talk. You can talk, but your name, please. You know,
Okay. One of the main
name,
reasons,
can I have your name? and-
one of the main reasons why we.
Your name, please. Name.
My name's Earl Miller.
Okay.
One of the main reasons why I did put a fence, because of the plight that he has in his yard. He has not moved that boat in years. It's just rotten back there. Old cars, all that kind of stuff. Dude, nobody wants to see that. Trash, all that kind of stuff in the back. Yes, you don't move none of that stuff. When the last time you did move?
Okay, y'all, listen, come on,
But anyway,
talk to council. Okay.
we're just here for
Come on.
we got the signatures, we're just here to vacate the alley. Simple as that.
Any comments from council?
Yes,
Ms. Abdo?
I don't think it's as simple as that. I think that we need to have DPW investigate, the director of DPW, investigate the whole thing and come back to us with this. He would go there and, you know, we get things from a nonpartisan point of view.
Okay. Any other comments?
Yeah, to the
Ms.
chair, I agree,
Ms. Talley?
because now this has gotten real convoluted a bit, so now I'm confused. So, yeah, I concur.
Councilwoman, your mic isn't on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And any other comments from council? I'll get you in a minute.
John,
Mr.
I've got the
Wadsworth.
same feelings too, even though there's enough signatures to do what we want, there appears to be some hard feelings here, and we should get the expert to come and tell us exactly what can or can't be done.
Okay. Any other comments? Ms. Roscoe?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Attorney.
I was just going to comment that if there's a current fence that goes past the center line of the alley, after you take action to vacate that, that fence would be trespassing on the neighbor behind them's property now. The property lines are going to default to the center line of what is the existing alley. So anybody that's got a fence that goes beyond that center line point has got a fence that's trespassing into their neighbor's property after this is accomplished.
Ms. Roscoe?
So if the alleyway is 18 feet, they each from both sides get 9 feet,
Correct,
and they can put that fence at that 9-foot mark.
correct.
So unless he's going further than 9 foot off of where his property line technically is now, he wouldn't have to move his fence.
You don't, not if it doesn't go past the center line of the alley, right. And one other point I would make too, that I heard the clerk say that the DPW wants a 20-foot easement for the sewer, the sanitary sewer that's in the line. Well, it's probably going to be an 18-foot if in fact the alley's only 18 feet wide. I mean, normally the alleys are wider than that,
It's 20 feet.
so.
The alley is 20 feet.
Oh, it is
Oh,
20 feet?
it is 20 feet?
Okay. Because the comments were that it's an 18-foot alley.
Yeah.
According to the plat map, it's 20 feet.
Okay,
That's what we
that's
go by.
fine.
All right, good to know.
I think they had comments from the audience. I think the lady, did you want to come to the, you have to come to the podium, give your name?
My name is Nicole. I'm at 6048 Chamberlain. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I'm just lost with it. all this? And what do it have to do with me? So I need to know, because I have a fence, I got a big shed I've paid a lot of money for, and it's like a lot of other issues going on, and I need to know what's going on. Okay. So,
She's speaking, ma'am, are you finished, or you?
yes, I'm lost, so somebody needs to explain to me exactly what's going on. I see these neighbors, they got issues, and I'm coming in on the issues, it seems like, so.
Okay.
So, that's it. I'm okay, I just wanna know what's going on.
Okay.
John.
Ma'am, you have to raise your hand. We got to keep a little order here. The lady behind you, you wanted to come up? You come up?
Yes.
I appreciate y'all keeping a little order here. Really appreciate it.
My name is Suzanne Gazdowitz. I live at 35007 Avalon, and I also own the property 6018 Chamberlain. I am definitely confused. This is my first time ever dealing with stuff like this. I bought 6018 last year, and I've been trying to clean it up because it's nasty. It attracts a lot of animals. Everybody throws their garbage in there. My house was broken into, and it was twice when I first moved there, and that was their way to go to the next block, because all my stuff was dragged through the woods when they cleaned me out completely. So I'm just wondering if you guys own that property, or whoever does, how come it's not cleaned up? I've been out there cleaning with cancer, fighting cancer by myself since last year. So hard, going through chemo, trying to get it cleaned up. It's terrible. And I'm just wondering, if you guys own that property, who's responsible for cleaning? Am I still responsible for cleaning on that side of the pole? That's all I was wondering.
Thank you. Any comments? Our attorney?
I add one more correction. We've been talking about the 9-foot to center. If it's 20-foot alley, it's 10-foot to center. That's where the center line of the alley would be.
Okay.
The 10-foot mark. So everybody's fence would have to be no more than 10-foot extensions out there, not 9 feet. But we need to have, like you said, have Roberto go out and field test that and make sure there's actually 18 feet or 20 feet there. Yeah.
Any, you had some, Ms. Roscoe?
So, through the chair, I'm looking at the petitioners. So you signed this petition, not really realizing what that was all
Not
about.
like that. Because this is all like new to me too. I signed it because I thought, oh, okay, well then we could get it all cleaned up and it'd be nice and people would stop dumping and just, yeah, I don't know what's going on either. Once you all started talking, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I pretty well agree with the other council people. Maybe we need to have DPW go in there and just evaluate the whole situation a little better since we have so much conflict here.
Right.
And not that you don't have your 51%, because you do have your 51%, even though you're not understanding exactly what you have signed here. And especially with that being said, I think it really needs to be looked into just a little further before we vacate that alley.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Just so everybody has clarity, and just so when we get ready to vote on it, we know what we're legally voting on, and that everyone that has signed this position is aware of exactly what they've signed.
Yes,
Right.
thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from council? Oh, now you come up, ma'am.
I live at 6005 Essex Street.
And your name?
Been there for 20 years.
Your name?
Jean Price.
Okay, thank you.
And I really don't understand what's going on. Maycock, came by and explained things to me. And he said, about the alley, that if I vacate the property, I don't have to move the fence, have the fence moved. So I signed the petition. I've called City Hall and talked to the clerk, and they explained the same thing, that Maycock said, you know. So I really don't know what the issue about vacating the alley, because, you know, you pay a lot of money to get the fence up and everything, and then 20 years later, you find out it's like, okay, you shouldn't have put a fence there. So I just want to know what's going on too.
Right, thank you. Any other comments from the audience? They haven't spoken already. Any other comments from council? Discussion.
Do we need a motion to defer this to DPW?
Clerk?
Support it.
I make that motion that we.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
let the clerk have it.
So there's action for this under
I saw that.
regular meeting.
Right.
So what I would suggest, if council is agreeable, when we get to that action item, member of council make a motion to postpone that action.
Okay.
And then we will put it on the next council meeting, and that
Great.
gives DPW 2 weeks, as well as the building department, 2 weeks to investigate, provide some type of report to council. So at the next regular meeting, you will have that report from DPW, and then you'll be able to make an informed decision.
Okay. Comment,
Wouldn't
Ms.
we
Roscoe?
Table it? I mean, I don't know if we can postpone or table. It's the same thing.
Postpone is
No.
better than tabling.
right,
'cause
table, you don't want table.
You don't want to table it.
No, you don't want table. Ms. Roscoe?
I just have one request. When you ask the DPW to look into that, to make sure, like Ms. Price is worried about having to move the fence that she currently has there. So when they go out there to look and see what all's out there, that we know exactly what the homeowners need to do if they have a fence up or if they don't have a fence up. So that is explained out a little bit better, not only to us, but to the residents,
Will do.
to the
Okay.
homeowners through there.
John?
That way, everybody knows exactly what they have to do, either or.
Okay. Mr. Wadsworth?
I don't think that Mrs. Price would have to move her fence if it's on her property line. She doesn't have to go all the way back to the vacating of the alley, correct? No, you wouldn't have to move your fence no matter what happens here. You wouldn't have to move your fence no matter what happens with this here.
As long
Okay.
as it's on your property.
If you wanted to
Order,
move it
order.
further
Come on,
back, that's up to you, but you don't have to move your fence no matter who wins or loses this issue.
All right.
Yeah, the only person out there that's gonna have problems is if there's somebody that has already erected a fence that is more than 10 foot beyond their existing property line right now. So somebody's got one out there 11 or 12 feet, that's gonna be a problem. But so that needs to be answered for you. Is there anybody that's creating a problem for the chair?
Ms.
So,
Jones?
What we need to do is, when we turn it over to DPW, have it almost like surveyed to find out exactly where the property line is at and go from there.
Right,
That's simple.
right, exactly. Any other comments?
I'm good.
Okay, there's no other comments from the audience that hasn't spoke already.
All right. Number 5 is adjournment. The time is 6:26.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we are adjourned. Our next meeting starts at 6:45. Thank you.